Hey guys, and welcome to Quality Shot. Well, the Laver Cup is over. 3 days of some fun, as to be some fun tennis, but a thrashing nonetheless. We're going to get into that. Before we do that, I've got some exciting news. We've teamed up with Tennis Manager 2021, a fantastic new tennis game that's been rolled out only a few weeks ago. It's a fantastic game to get your hands on and get involved in if you're a big tennis fan, especially if you're a big gamer as well and you're interested in tennis. So do check it out. We will be doing 2 free giveaways for Steam keys. So obviously Steam being the platform to game on PCs and also on other platforms as well. So we will be doing a giveaway. It'll probably be quiz based. So it'll be some type of quiz, and I'll pick a winner at random who's got the correct answer. So do keep an eye on that. It'll probably be on the next video, and I'll post it on all our social media links as well. If you want to know a little bit about Tennis Manager, well, it's all about becoming the greatest tennis manager, obviously, Tennis Manager 2021. So you can enter your academy, manage your team, plan your training, schedule tournaments, and change your game plans to discover the new young guns. The next gen, I guess. It will be take the reins, make the right decisions, become the very best. So, I mean, what else is there to it? If you do have more questions on it, then do DM me and also get involved. You got any questions on it, then of course do get in touch. They are on Twitter and all social media kind of outlets as well. If you've got any feedback on the game, do get in touch with me because I am in contact with the developers, and I can go back to the developer as well with feedback. And I'm sure they seem very, very friendly. Right, let's get into the Laver Cup then. After that exciting news, let's get into the Laver Cup because I've got a lot to talk about in the sense of, well, Europe and the rest of the world, and is the format correct, really? Which might be one for another day, but let's see. Anyways, so I'm going to start off first of all going through some of the matches. So obviously they won 14-1, Team Europe, an absolute thrashing. And it's funny because I thought this would be Team World's best opportunity yet anyway, in the 4 editions we've had so far, to actually take the title. I thought Team Europe obviously don't have Novak Djokovic, they don't have Rafael Nadal, they don't have Roger Federer there, they don't have Dominic Thiem. So they've got quite a few people missing. The issue, and the biggest issue I think that Team World had, is that it didn't matter because Team Europe still had all the top 10 players and Team World had none. Or one, if I'm not mistaken. I think Schwartzman's now out of the top 10. But either way, they've got some top 20 players, that's fine, between the 10 to 20 rank mark, and obviously some very good servers and doubles players, Isner, Opelka, etc. But the big issue for them is that they were just outgunned, outmatched, and the quality shone through, really, I think, in the tournament. Unfortunately, Medvedev coming off the US Open win as well just looked damn good for the most part. And I think the biggest thing for me, though, is the 14-1 scoreline is a lot more flattering to Team Europe than it should be. There were some very, very close matches, some championship tie breaks, which could have gone either way. And I think they'll feel a little bit aggrieved that they didn't get closer, despite the 13-point deficit. They would have thought, well, we win those couple of early close matches, and you just never know. And they've got a point. So let's talk about the matches then on Friday. So obviously those were the first ones. Ruud played Opelka first, actually. That was the first one. Now, that was a straightforward victory for Ruud. Very impressive debut for the Norwegian, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've got the right flag. Against Reilly Opelka, who's obviously had a very good back end of the year. Huge server. But these courts, by the way, played very, very slow. Very slow. So this suited the players who enjoyed playing on the kind of US Open courts in the last few years. And this year was a bit quicker, but in the previous years, Roland Garros as well. So if they get on clay, yes, okay, not as the surface isn't as similar, given that you can't slide like it's clay. But in terms of the speed and the pace of the court, it was relatively similar from what I saw. So that might be a big reason as to why we saw some of the results we saw as well. So that's fine. But then we had Berrettini versus FA. Now, 2 almost best mates. Their girlfriends get along. They go and do stuff together. They really do have like this kind of little bromance almost. Now, I thought FA would take this. I thought he had a fantastic US Open, obviously making the semis, and Berrettini beat FA in Wimbledon. I actually watched that live. He beat him in 4 sets. FA, I think, would have been slightly disappointed, but Berrettini was pretty inspired in that tournament, obviously making the final at Wimbledon, and beat him in the quarters of that tournament. Now, FA will be really disappointed, and he was at the end of this match, because when he lost, he threw the tennis ball from his pocket into the black court that is the Laver Cup courts in Boston, and kind of just bounced the ball away in frustration, because this was a big chance. He took the first set in the tiebreak, lost the second 7-5. He was actually a break up as well, FA, if I'm not mistaken, in the first set. I want to say he was. So got taken to a tiebreak, did the business in the end. But second set, obviously lost it. And then the third set, that championship tiebreak, I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, 5-3 he was up. 5-3 he was up. Matteo Felix Auger-Aliassime. So, look, Thiem would win that. FA goes on. He wins the next 2 points, wins that tiebreak 7-3 or 7-4, whatever. We're talking about a completely different match here, or completely different tournament even, because, look, 1-1, 2-0, early doors, it makes a big difference. So I thought that was a big one, personally. And then the doubles on the Friday. Oh, they not play? Oh, they only played 3, didn't they? Yeah, sorry. So I'll go on to those in a second. And then on Saturday, I'm just going to go through the singles first, actually. And the singles, right? So again, like, look at this. These are 2 matches. Zverev, Isner, Rublev, Schwartzman. They've been decided, again, in championship tiebreaks. Could have gone either way. Say Thiem would win these matches, they go 3-1 up. That's such a big difference. Zverev against Isner. I mean, the first 2 sets as well, they're both tiebreakers. Both tiebreakers. Zverev took the first one 7-5, Isner 8-6 in the second. I mean, they're such tight tiebreakers as well. Yes, you could say, well, Zverev could take those. Of course he could. He could take both. But similarly, so could Isner. And I think that's the big difference. And then Zverev obviously winning at 10-5 kind of ran away with it a little bit in the championship tiebreak. But I mean, Isner probably was just like, come on, man. Like, I can do this. I need to be able to take this. And Zverev, again, maybe the confidence oozed through a little bit, because I think a lot of the tennis played at times in the matches was pretty even from the Team World player compared to the Team Europe player. But I think a lot of the Team Europe players, obviously top 10 players, have got a bit more confidence. They've also had better results for the most part this year as well. That does make a difference. And I think that showed in the big and important points when it really mattered, that they were able to dig a bit deeper and also just have that confidence, which maybe the Team World players didn't have. And I think that was a huge factor personally. Rublev as well, like, look at this. I mean, Schwartzman takes the first at 6-4, 6-3 in the second, and 11-9. 11-9. Schwartzman, I mean, will be so disappointed. Like, genuinely, he would have been disappointed with that. Again, like, another opportunity. Another one bites the dust. And then Tsitsipas, Krygios. I mean, Krygios was a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure what it's going to take for him to become what he should be. And I think I'll probably do a separate video on this, because I think I need to do my own research into him as well. Because I genuinely love him as a player, the way that he plays, the ability he possesses when he's on his A game. When he's not, it's kind of almost painful to watch at times. So, incredible talent, and I don't really have the answers, but it's interesting because normally the Laver Cup he does turn it on, turns it on big, but didn't quite in this one. And then Medvedev, Shapovalov. I mean, that was just absolute carnage. I mean, Medvedev destroying Shapovalov 6-4, 6 love. I mean, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Is that right? That's 2. So they play 2 singles matches each day, if I'm not mistaken, and 1 doubles. Is that correct? I think it is. They play 4 doubles, do they? Is that right? I want to check that 1 second before we get into this, because I went through the format as well. I don't think that's right. So they haven't played blah, blah, blah. Each day, 4 matches. I played 3 singles and a doubles. Okay, well then why have we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why they only play six singles then? I guess because they already won. But it's first to 13 as well, though, and that's probably why. Winning team must reach 13 points. That'll be why. That'll be why. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean that's just carnage, honestly. I don't know. So actually, I've got it here. This is better. So, okay. So Rublev plays Schwartzman, Berrettini, FA. Yep, Casper, Ruud. This is day one, and then the doubles on day one we had. So that was this, but someone wants that. I think it's to do with the time difference. Anyways, Isner and Shapovalov actually beat Berrettini and Zverev. Right, they beat them 4-6, 7-6, 10-1 in the tiebreaker. That's a really good win. But that's a really good win, by the way, because Zverev and Berrettini, both big servers, both big forehands. They're both pretty good at the net. Isner and Shapovalov, and that's a pretty damn good win. I know that Isner's a good doubles player, but still, mate, they could have been 3-1 up. They could have been 3-1 up in this instead of being 3-1 down after day one. Day two, Kyrgios, fine, loses. Isner, again, he wins that. Isner, that's a huge match, by the way. He wins that. They're 5-2 up. Sorry, they're 5-3 up. Doesn't. Medvedev just smashes Shapovalov 5-5 and then Isner and Kyrgios lose to Tsitsipas and Rublev. That's a bit disappointing. You'd expect Isner and Kyrgios to get through. They won the first set in the tiebreaker, lost second 6-3, and then 10-4 in the championship tiebreaker. I would have expected them to win that, but it is what it is, I guess. And then, Rublev, Zverev absolutely destroying Opelka Shapovalov in that first at 6-2. Second one, 7-6 to Opelka Shapovalov, and then 10-3 in the final. Interesting. Rublev is a good doubles player, isn't he? I mean, he obviously won the gold medal in the Olympics as well. So, yeah, he's a damn good doubles player. And obviously, matches that weren't played: Zverev, FA, Medvedev, Schwartzman, Tsitsipas, Isner. I mean, that's 3 matches not played because, they got absolutely destroyed. It's just carnage. What do you do about the format? Do you change it? I don't know. They're not going to play this, are they? So it doesn't really matter, does it? The Ruud Medvedev, yeah, I mean that's not happening. So scheduled to start 8, but it won't be. It's disappointing. Disappointing performance from Team Wide, if I'm being honest with you. But it is a bit of a fun tournament. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't think no one's going to lose too much sleep over it. It's a bit embarrassing. I think the way they got destroyed and dismantled. I mean, John McEnroe will be happy, that's for sure. But do they need to just change up the format? I don't know. But what do they do? Because at the moment, the issue is that just Team Europe is just so damn strong. I mean, FA, he's improving. Shapovalov's improving. Those two are going to become forces for sure. Isner and Opelka can do a job in the doubles. And then Schwartzman is never going to be a top 5 player. Just honestly, very solid player, as we saw, and had chance to win matches, but again, not. And then they've got Team Europe. Have got Zverev, Medvedev, and they've got Tsitsipas. It's just Rublev as well is just he's so good. And then they've also got 4 players missing who are just elite players. It's not fair. It's not fair. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'll have a think about it, but yeah, largely, I have to say, pretty disappointing Laver Cup, if I'm being honest with you. A bit of fun. There was some fun banter, obviously, on the sidelines, as always is, with the kind of they're allowed to talk, obviously, in between games and give advice, etc. And it's quite funny. Of course, Federer was there as well on his crutches, recovering. Yeah, another tournament that wrapped up, and I'm really looking forward to the ATP World Tour Finals. That's kind of where I'm already kind of mentally preparing for in Turin. I think that's going to be a really good tournament. I think it's going to be really exciting. I genuinely cannot wait for that. So we'll see. Obviously, Indian Wells is coming up as well, so we'll try and cover that. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please remember, of course, to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I should have said at the start, to be honest with you. But anyways, please do like and subscribe. Really does help us out a great deal. Do also check us out on Patreon if you're interested to help and support the channel even more. And also, we've opened a new Discord as well. So that's for you guys to discuss. So if you're interested, for example, in discussing the Laver Cup, and you want other people to discuss it with in a very kind of safe and, just... I think safe and open environment where you're allowed to express your opinion in a respectful way, of course, then yeah, do join. It's free. Get involved. It should be quite fun. And on top of that, of course, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. QualityShot.f on Instagram, on Twitter, QualityShot1, and on Facebook, Quality Shot, and of course on YouTube, which you already hear, so you should be. And if you're on Twitch, thank you. Follow us on Twitch as well, Quality Shot. As well. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in, listening, and watching. Like, subscribe, follow, share, click the notification bell, all that good stuff. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you on the next video.